Children, in the last class we discussed about the camel and the fish in detail, how they can survive in terrestrial habitat and aquatic habitat. Today we discuss about the desert plants, how the different plants in desert, how they can survive in that very hot region. Okay, so in the picture you can see two types of desert three types of desert plants, cactus and two other types of uh, desert plants. So how they can survive very hot climate, and they are not at all getting any water as there is no rain in desert, so it is very difficult to get water there. So how they can survive? So here if we are not supplying water to the plants, and if they are not getting any water from rain, they will die out definitely. But how the desert plant can survive in the extreme hot climate? So these are the properties or nature or characteristics of these plants that helps to survive the plants in desert. These are the points. The desert plants lose very little amount through transpiration. So we have studied in the last lesson, transpiration is the process of coming out of extra water from the plant. So but here desert plants does not lose any amount of water through transpiration. Okay, and leaves in the desert plants are either they don't have much leaves, very less number of leaves in them, and they are very small in size, and they are in the form of spines. This helps in reducing loss of water from the leaves through transpiration. And leaf like structure, cactus, these all, or in fact it is the stem, and photosynthesis in these plants usually carried out by the stems. So because of these characteristics, the desert plant can survive in that cold region. Okay, now we discuss what are the different mountain animals, or the animals live in the mountain, that is another habitat. So how they can survive in that region? What are the different adaptation techniques they have to survive in that habitat? So here we can see that the trees in mountain region, they are normally cone shaped and have sloping. This is the cone shaped plant. This is cone shaped. You can see the shape of the plant. So they are having cone shaped, very cone in shape. The leaves are like needle structured leaves. Then that helps rainwater and snow to slide off easily because of this special needle like. And when we visit Ooty, we can see the same type of trees or plants there, because the climate is extremely cold. So to survive in that condition, they are having special structure and special type of leaves, and they are very needle like plants. So the snow and water can slide off easily from them because of that special shape. So that is also an adaptation technique. Okay, and there could be very less number of plants in that area. Okay, and next, what are the mountain animals? Okay, we see different types of mountain animals. So you can see the leopard having what very thick fur on his body, very thick. Because of thick layer of its fur, they can survive in that climate. Okay, and they are having including feet and toes, they are having thick fur, and this protects it from the cold when it walks on the snow. So mountain goat has strong hooves for running up the rocky area. So these are the different features we can see in the animals which live in the mountain region, and these things can help the animals to survive in that particular region. So whenever we discuss about a special habitat and the animals or plants living there, they are having some special features or they are adapted to their habitat. Okay, and then grassland. So which are the different animals we see in the grassland? Normally lion lives in a forest or a grassland, means forest itself. So grassland, and these animals and lion is a strong animal, and that color is light brown in color, and the lions have long claws in their front legs that can be withdrawn inside the toes, and the brown color of the lion that helps it to hide in dry grassland when it hunts for prey, okay, or to animals to eat. So they can hide their themselves in the grassland because of the color. Nobody can identify them, or nobody can find them if they hide their body inside the grass. Okay, then they are having eyes in front of the face, allow it to have a correct idea about the location of the prey. So these all are adaptation techniques in lion. The deer is also having some adaptation technique. That deer also live in the forest and grassland. It has strong teeth for chewing hard plants stem of the forest. A deer needs to know about the presence of predators. Predators means other animals catch this deer as the food. Then a lion, other animals like lion, and in order to run away from them and not become their prey, it has long ears to hear the movement. They are having very keen, or they are having long ears to hear the very live sound. Clear? The eyes on the sides of the head allow it to look in all the direction for the danger. The speed of the deer helps them to run away from the predators. You know how fastly a deer can run. So we cannot be able to see them when they start running. So they can run very fastly, and that is the adaptation given to that type of animals to survive or to protect themselves from the enemies. Okay, so these are the different. So everywhere, in all the animals live in different habitats, or all the life on the aquatic habitat, we can see this adaptation everywhere. Clear? Or the animals and plants are having special features or adapted techniques to survive in their particular habitat where they are living in. Okay, either in water they are having some special settings, and if they live in land or terrestrial one, they are also having some special body features or characteristics or some techniques to survive in that particular region. Okay, so we completed up to here. So what you want to do is you just read the pages from 83 about terrestrial things, then desert plants, then mountain region plants and animals. So we finished up to here. So read up to here 2-3 times. After that I will give some questions from this area. Okay children, thank you.